They did it again, people. Again. They want me to evaluate another product. Bestarc. You know that welder I used? Everything is a knife if you try hard enough. This is the BTC500DP 9 Gen 110/120 volt plasma cutter. I'll have you know I did the correct thing and did zero zip zilch homework on this piece of equipment. Is it equipment? Tool. Appliance? I don't know. I wanted real life, true to form. Does it do what we want without reading instructions? Reality. Read and understand the instructions on the manual before installing or operating this product. Okay, I will read the instructions. What? I don't know how thick it cuts. I don't know anything. You know, we're gonna find out though. Get out there, get out of my way. As a side note, I'm home early today, so don't let me forget to go pick my daughter up from school. Don't need those phone calls again. Maybe I should set an alarm. Nah, I'll remember. Again, just like the welder, it's very well packed. Very protected, which is good because it showed up at my house upside down. New tool smell. What is all this stuff? I don't know. Is this a fuse? Nope, that's a stud. I don't know what these are for. Obviously, we're gonna try 110. I mean, that's the key. There's instructions. What's that for? There's the ground. Oh, this is gonna be basic and easy. Oh, these are tips. An adapter, good to have. And then our cord. Sticker, torch. I bet it's a torch. Oh, I probably could just go through the hole that's in the top of the bag already. I didn't need to rip that hole. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, I got all the connections right this time. We'll know for sure soon, but I don't think I can screw these ones up like I did on that welder. We're just gonna plug that right into my power strip. Now what? Power? No power. Oh wait. Maybe a guy should try and be a little more patient and wait for it to do its thing. Maybe. What do you think EO5 means? Is it EO5 or EOS? Well, what does 2T mean? What does this mean now? What's this button do? I don't know what that means. PT, PA, PSI. I don't know. Cut? Air. Why? Is that just so you can have air pressure? I'm gonna guess 2T and 4T is just like the welder. You pull the trigger once on 4T and it keeps going until you pull that trigger again and then it stops. I'm pretty confident in that. Ooh, big red exclamation. I'm not sure what that means. I know what I'm gonna do, and that's just hook air up to it and see if that's the problem. I'm so happy that it's the same fitting for air as mine. Aha! We're golden, look. 17 PSI, 19 amps. 35 is the highest we can go for amps. 30 amps. 3/16 thick. 30 to 40 pounds of air pressure. I probably should turn my compressor on. Let's do that. Because I am definitely guessing we are running low on the PSIs in there. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're definitely running low. I'll be right back when this is done. Alrighty, our compressor's filled up. Set the air pressure down here to 40. It says 30 to 40 for 3/16 and 30 amps. If y'all like me, you can't be bothered to wait for every little thickness of cut to the end. We're gonna freaking cut the thickest stuff it can on 110. That's what you want to know if it'll do, right? I mean, if it'll do this, it'll do less. It's easy math. It's not complicated. Does have this nifty trigger lock. Oh, I do like this. That's handy. It even comes with a guide deal here. You can run this along the metal edge, so you don't actually put your tip in the metal. Tripped my breaker. Damn it anyways. Oh no, I just tripped that. Let's get rid of the power strip. Let's take the power strip out of the equation. Apparently my cord's got some issues here. Let's go to plan C. Do it this way. I got it under control. It's good. We got this. I'm gonna turn that fan off because definitely no need for that. All right, how about now? Now can we do something? All right, 35 amps, 3/16 stick, 110 volts. I mean, that clean cut that easy, no problem, on 110. That's actually pretty awesome. How thick can it cut? Let's find out. What else I got? This looks like quarter. If I could stop shaking so bad. Yep, looks like quarter. Let's find out. A guy should probably clean this up first, or we see how the machine does with thick, dirty material. That sounds like a better plan. Uh-oh, may have been a little much on it. Yeah, that time we tripped a breaker. But it cut it, except for that one spot. Did it trip the breaker because it's just too long of an amp draw? Or too thick of a metal? I don't know. So we might be pushing our luck with quarter. Don't ask me how big the breaker is, I don't know. The bottom line is, if you had to cut quarter, you could. I am going to turn this down to 25 amps and see how it does. That is not cutting good enough. Not happy with that. But it's not the machine's fault, it's my trying to do more than it should fault. So let's crank her down. 20 amps. Let's try some thinner stuff and see how we like it. We know it'll cut it. It'll cut 3/16 clean. Maxed out on 110 amps. Or sorry, 110 volts. The quarter, it'll cut it, it's just not super clean. Maybe I could have put more air through it or something, that would have helped. But the other part of the problem is it keeps tripping the breaker, as you saw. So this is thin, this is only 16 gauge. I'm gonna turn it down to 15 amps. That should be plenty, I think. Again, not clean metal, it's painted. We're still going with it. So it works. It's not ideal for 110 volts, but it's working. I think we stop screwing around now. We put some 220 volts to it, and we see what this thing will really cut. Yeah, I like that idea. All right, so it does see that we're on 220 volts now. Right there. With 220 volts at 80 amps, it says it'll cut an inch. A frickin' inch. The highest amp setting it's got is 50. And that's 3/8 of an inch. It won't go higher than that on amperage. What does 2T mean? Can I go higher then? Nope. We're stuck at 50. Definitely need more air. 3/8. I wonder what I got. Let me have a look around. I could not find any 3/8 material anywhere. Maybe if I digged harder I could, but I gave up pretty easily, honestly. I did, however, find a railroad nail stake thingy that one of my kids found for me on the road one day. I went and threw and actually shined her up real nice. Just trying to give her every opportunity to succeed here that I can, because it says it's not gonna cut through this. But I'm me, and we're gonna find out if it'll cut through that. Its current setting says it'll do on 220 volts at 50 amps. It'll do 3/8. This is not 5/8. It's 11/16. So it's more than a half an inch, less than 5/8, and we're gonna find out right now if it'll zzz right across that. Oh look, I cut with the plasma cutter on my vise. Into my vise. Yeah, that wasn't smart, probably. Alrighty, let's do this. Like I said before, I'm not gonna cut through 18 different levels of thickness to see if it'll get through the thickest one. Let's just get to the point and cut through the thickest one. Two things. One, it cut it off like butter. Two, I don't know where it went. That makes me nervous. Oh, there it is, found it. Oh, I almost bent down and picked it up with my fingers. That would have been dumb, though entertaining for you probably. Got my robo grips. Everybody should have a set of robo grips. I mean, look at that. It's a pretty relatively clean cut. Now, as a reminder, that's on the old 220 volts, not the 110. I got her maxed out, and it cut it. How long it would do that cut for, I don't know, depending on the size of your metal. Like I said, it's not supposed to cut that thick, and it did rather cleanly even. I'm pretty happy with that. Button does. I still don't know what that does. Fine, I'll read the instructions. Geesh, I got a rubber hose with it. What is this for even? I don't even know. Why do I get a rubber hose for? Do you know? Let's find out. I'll frickin' read the instructions. So the PT and the PA, so that signifies the post time. After the cut, the torch will continue to blow air for 3 seconds. You can adjust it for as long as you would like it to blow air. The PA stands for pilot arc time. It adjusts the duration of the pilot arc. I left everything at 3 seconds. Seemed like it worked just fine for me. You figure out what you want. The 4T and the 2T. On 2T, it's considered, I suppose, 2-touch. At least that's how I'm keeping it straight in my brain. You pull the trigger, starts cutting. You let go of the trigger, stops cutting. The 4T, or 4-touch as I call it, you pull the trigger, the torch will start cutting. If I let go of the switch, the torch will still keep cutting, even if I'm not holding the trigger. I then have to press the switch again to get it to stop torching. If that makes sense, awesome. This is your amp adjustment and your air adjustment right here. I got it cranked up a little higher than it probably needs to be, but it's fine. And then this is obviously cut or air. If you just want straight air to come out, you need a refreshing break. It's like a cooling fan for your face. No, don't do that. So ultimately, is the Bestarc BTC500DP 9th generation plasma cutter for you? I have no idea. You have to answer those questions for yourself, just like I have to. And it sucks sometimes being an adult, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm right there with you. I can tell you, it definitely exceeded my expectations for the price point of this. So if you're in the market for a plasma cutter, and you should be because they're a super helpful tool, this might be a good option for you. As you've seen what it will cut, thicker and thinner, no problems. I'm not gonna I'm not going to try and cut anything thicker because mainly because I don't have anything thicker to try and cut. If I did, however, we would go until this thing stopped. But 5/8 of an inch, clean cut, I mean, that's pretty freaking good. I don't know how many times it'll do that with the doo-doo cycle and all that, but I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know. If you have any questions, just reach out. I mean, I'll answer any questions. I'll try anything you guys think you want me to see if I can try on it. If you really want me to go get some thick metal, I'll go get some chunk from a metal shop, I suppose, and we'll max this thing out and see what it'll really stop cutting at. For the average DIYer in his garage, I mean, you're not gonna really cut more thick stuff than that, and if you are, you can try it and see if it works. So I mean, it's pretty good in my opinion. I mean, what else do you need? Anywho, hope you enjoy it. Maybe you'll go buy yourself one. Plasma cutter. God, everybody's got a plasma cutter. They're much needed. Check out my other videos too. I built this 1951 Ford Custom. It's chopped, bagged, power stroke swapped. Basically one of a kind. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.